One of the biggest frustrations I hear from people moving to Jacksonville is this. They want to be close to downtown for work or events, but they also want easy access to the beach. And once they start looking at a map, it feels impossible. Jacksonville is huge, and choosing the wrong neighborhood can easily turn into 45-minute drives in opposite directions, and nobody wants that. So today, I want to break down the Jacksonville neighborhoods that actually give you a realistic balance between downtown access and beach access, so you can enjoy both without feeling stuck in your car all the time. And what we are really talking about here is convenience, lifestyle, and daily rhythm, not just distance on a map. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Josh Rogers, and I'm a local real estate agent here in Northeast Florida. For the past 15 years, my team and I have helped hundreds of families move to Jacksonville, and what we focus on is helping people find not just a house, but a neighborhood that fits how they actually live. And most of the time, that process starts with a simple text, where you tell me what matters most to you, and I can start sending you options that make sense. So if you're seriously thinking about moving to Jacksonville and want help narrowing this down, just shoot me a text and we'll take it from there. Now let's start with the neighborhoods that really sit in that downtown and beach sweet spot: San Marco, Riverside, and Avondale. If you want to be close to downtown but still have a reasonable drive to the beaches, San Marco and Riverside and Avondale are usually the first places I bring up. San Marco sits just across the St. Johns River from downtown, so commuting into the city is quick. And you also get this really charming historic feel with walkable streets, local shops, restaurants, and riverfront views. Riverside and Avondale feel similar but a little more eclectic. Lots of oak trees, older homes, brick streets, and a really strong neighborhood vibe. People love being able to walk to dinner, grab coffee, or spend time in places like Memorial Park and still be just minutes from downtown offices and hospitals. And while these areas are not right next to the beach, the drive is very manageable, usually around 25 to 30 minutes depending on traffic. For a lot of people, that trade-off is worth it because daily life feels easier here. You are close to work, close to nightlife, and close enough to the beach that weekend trips still feel simple. And once you understand that balance, it naturally leads into another part of the city that was built almost specifically around convenience. The south side of Jacksonville, especially areas like Deerwood and Bay Meadows, is one of the most centrally located parts of the city. This area really shines when it comes to access because you have quick connections to Butler Boulevard and I-295, which makes it easy to head downtown or out to the beaches. Deerwood in particular is known for being a gated country club style community with a more established upscale feel, and it's about 15 minutes to the beach and roughly 10 minutes to the St. John's Town Center. Bay Meadows and the surrounding Southside areas offer a wider range of housing options, from condos to single-family homes, which makes it appealing to different budgets and lifestyles. What people like here is that you are close to shopping, dining, healthcare, and major employers, and you can still get to the beach without it being a full-day commitment. It's not flashy, but it's practical, and for a lot of people, that matters more than anything else. And speaking of getting closer to the coast without fully committing to beach town living, let's talk about a few neighborhoods that sit just west of the Intracoastal. Neighborhoods like Beach Haven, Sandalwood, and East Arlington are often overlooked, but they offer some of the best balance in the city when it comes to location. Beach Haven sits just west of the Intracoastal Waterway, which means you can be at Jacksonville Beach in about 15 minutes and downtown in around 25 minutes. Sandalwood, on the other hand, offers a more suburban feel, with a mix of apartments and single-family homes, and it's typically about 20 minutes from both downtown and the beach. This area tends to attract young professionals and families who want affordability and flexibility without giving up convenience. East Arlington is growing quickly too, and it's close to both downtown and the beaches, plus places like the Jacksonville Arboretum and Botanical Gardens, which adds a nice outdoor element to daily life. These neighborhoods are great examples of areas where you are not paying beach prices, but you are still close enough to enjoy the coast regularly. And if you're watching this and thinking one of these areas sounds like it could fit your lifestyle, this is usually where a quick conversation helps the most. If you're seriously considering a move to Jacksonville and trying to figure out which neighborhood actually makes sense for your daily life, just text me. Once I know what matters most to you, whether it's commute times, lifestyle, or budget, I can send you some options that line up with what you're looking for and help you avoid guessing. Now let's talk about what it looks like when you choose to live in a beach town but still want access to downtown. Atlantic Beach and Neptune Beach are great options for people who want a quieter, community-focused beach lifestyle while still being within about 25 minutes of downtown Jacksonville. These areas have walkable town centers, local shops, restaurants, and a strong neighborhood feel that a lot of people really connect with. Jacksonville Beach is a bit more active, with more nightlife, the pier, and larger public beach access points, but it still offers a manageable drive into the city. The key difference with beach living is that your daily environment changes. You're closer to the ocean, the pace feels different, and weekends feel like a mini vacation. That said, beach living does come with higher prices and more seasonal traffic, so it's important to weigh whether that lifestyle fits how you actually live during the week. For some people, it's perfect, and for others, being just a little inland makes more sense. And that brings us to the big picture question, which is how to decide what balance works best for you. At the end of the day, the right neighborhood is not about being closest to everything. It's about being close to the things you use most often. Some people want historic charm and walkability near downtown, others want central access and convenience, and some want beach vibes with a reasonable commute. Jacksonville offers all of those options, but choosing the wrong area can change how your days feel. That's why it's so important to think through your routine, your work location, and how often you realistically go to the beach or downtown. This is where working with someone local really helps, because a map does not tell the whole story. Traffic patterns, road access, and neighborhood layout all play a role in how convenient a place actually feels. So those are the Jacksonville neighborhoods that offer the best balance between downtown access and beach access, without forcing you to choose just one lifestyle. And if you're seriously considering making a move to Jacksonville and you want help finding a home and neighborhood that truly fits your needs and lifestyle, just text me. I'll learn what you're looking for, send you some options, and help you make a confident decision. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.